to swim in private, but she has come without notice today at the urging of her deputy, who is concerned about his boss. He knows she has recently asked a saddened president to be relieved of her duties, bringing her remarkable reign in Paris to an end. Pamela changes into a figure-sculpting swimsuit and steps down into the most elegant indoor pool in the city, flanked by Egyptian-style pillars under a trompe-l'oeil sky. Younger men still fall for her glamour, including, rumour has it, one of the handsome pool attendants, young enough to be her grandson. They are beguiled by her mesmerising eyes, seductive laugh, and the way she makes each feel he is the most important man in the world. She starts to swim, head proud above the water to protect her coiffure. But after 20 lengths, she groans and goes limp in the water. Someone rushes to pull her out, and a member of the hotel security team, Henri Paul, tries to revive her with an oxygen mask. 7 months later, his quick response will earn him the honour of driving Princess Diana, and the world's opprobrium when she meets her death in a Paris tunnel. This foggy February day, he is urgent yet professional, as a tear rolls down Pamela's face and she slips into unconsciousness. An ambulance roars into the Place Vendôme, with siren blaring, and a distressed President Jacques Chirac orders the best doctors in Paris to try to save the woman he owes so much. In Washington, President Bill Clinton gives an emotional statement about his great friend who made his own once improbable ascent possible. These are not the only leaders to have paid court to her. Kennedy was her intimate friend. Nixon, Eisenhower and Ford sought her counsel and her company. Franklin Roosevelt demanded news of her. Nancy Reagan wanted to be her friend. The Gorbachevs were her friends. De Gaulle doted on her. The wartime Australian Prime Minister Robert Menzies protected her, and her one-time father-in-law Churchill depended on her. She was not a woman, as former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright observed, to let her century pass her by. She seized it and left an indelible mark. Hers is a story of virtually everyone who was anyone in the 20th century, from Nelson Mandela to Joe Biden, Truman Capote to Dennis Hopper, Ed Murrow to Gloria Steinem, the Rothschilds to the Mitfords. She counted as friends Martha Gellhorn, Max Beaverbrook, Frank Sinatra, Christian Dior, and the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. Hers was a life born of a pandemic, forged by World War and defined by haute couture, palaces and jewels, but also by love, jealousy, fortitude, heartache, illness, daredevilry, and betrayal. She received dozens of proposals of marriage and took hundreds of lovers, enjoyed countless thrills on super yachts and private jets. She hungered for the trappings of wealth, but what excited her most was power. She learned to muster her privilege and fame to try to win it on behalf of those who did not have what she had, and most of all, to bring peace. Narrowly missing death, time and again in the Blitz, she lost precious friends to the war, and while living at Downing Street, bore intimate witness to Churchill's desperate struggle to save Britain from Hitler. Such visceral experiences left her with a compulsion to try to stop future conflict, yet her efforts were often belittled and misread. Few understand just how she became one of the century's most influential political players. Most of what she did was kept secret by Pamela herself or ignored by others. Her papers were locked away, others classified. Her surviving friends were reluctant to speak. Only through 4 years of intense research in Britain, America and France was I able to unearth astonishing new testimony that allows us finally, 3 decades after her death, to appreciate the achievements of a woman whose name was trashed by the presumptions of her time. Just as I discovered when writing about her mother-in-law Clementine Churchill, another formidable yet woefully underrated woman, history has reduced Pamela to a distorted stereotype. In her case, a conniving and ridiculous